Jack was a young man of 18 who lived in London. His two friends were Will and Rose, also 18 years old. They lived in the same small street in East London. The streets were narrow and the houses were old and gray. The three friends loved adventure and old stories together. Every evening they sat and talked about faraway places. One morning, Jack found an old box in his father's room. Inside the box, there was a very old and yellow map. The map showed a small island far from London. On the map, someone had written the words, "Gold is here." Jack ran fast to show Will and Rose the old map. Their eyes were wide and their hearts were beating fast. "We must go to this island," said Jack with a big smile. "It is dangerous," said Rose. "We do not know that island." "But there is gold there," said Will. "Real gold." They looked at the map for a long time that night. Finally, Rose said, "Fine, we go together or not at all." The three friends shook hands and made their brave plan. 3 days later, they took a train to the southern coast. They found a small, old boat near the cold, dark sea. The sky was gray, and the wind was very strong that day. Jack held the map tightly and looked at the dark water. "The island is 2 hours from here," he said quietly. They stepped into the boat and left the safe land behind. After 2 long hours, the island appeared through thick gray fog. The trees were dark and tall, and the beach was empty. No birds sang, no wind blew. Everything was completely silent. "This place feels wrong," whispered Rose with wide eyes. "We are here now," said Will. "We cannot go back." They pulled the boat onto the cold, wet sand carefully. Suddenly, they heard loud voices coming from the trees. 3 big men with old weapons walked out of the dark forest. "This is our island," said the tallest man with a cold voice. "Nobody comes here, nobody leaves here. You understand?" Jack looked at Will. Will looked at Rose. Nobody spoke. Their hearts were beating fast and their hands were shaking. Before they could react, the pirates ran toward them with loud shouts. The 3 friends grabbed their things and tried to defend themselves. Jack picked up a heavy stick. Will held a small knife. Rose took a sharp piece of wood. The fight was hard and fast. Sand flew everywhere. Cries and shouts filled the beach. One pirate fell to the ground. The others stepped back for a moment. The three friends were tired, but still standing together. That night, while the pirates celebrated around the fire, Rose crept behind them. She took the key from the sleeping pirate's belt and carefully unlocked Jack and Will. "Quick, we don't have much time," she whispered. They moved as quietly as shadows, staying in the dark. Behind them, the pirates were too busy with their map to notice anything. The three friends slipped away into the forest toward freedom. The forest opened up to the shore. The moonlight showed the small boat they had hidden. They pushed it into the water and climbed in. Just as they were rowing away, one pirate looked up. "Stop them!" he shouted. Arrows flew. One hit the water close to the boat. They rowed faster, hearts pounding. The island disappeared behind them, but freedom was in front. The three friends rowed as fast as they could. Behind them, the pirates finally realized what had happened. Shouts and angry voices echoed across the shore. But the boat was too far now. The wind was strong. The sea was wide. For the first time in a long time, they smiled. They were no longer pirates' prisoners. They were free. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more slow English stories. See you in the next one.